What's up, Lakers fans? Welcome into the Lakers Report by Chad Sports. My name is Patrick Seatman, and the rumors around JJ Redick are absolutely heating up as Marc Stein says the growing expectation around the NBA is that your Los Angeles Lakers will hire JJ Redick. So we'll talk about that. We'll also hit on Monty Williams as he was fired by the Detroit Pistons. Then also talk some center draft targets for the Lakers and in free agency as well. But this is what it's been building to. Like, I've been saying on the show over and over again, I am waiting on the notification that I'll receive on my telephone, that is old school, cell phone, that JJ Redick will be the next head coach for the Lakers. And I think it's obvious, they're waiting for the finals to wrap up so they can interview him. And now I think it's just going to take one more interview, and then we'll finally get the news that Redick will be the next head coach for the Lake Show. But the Lakers have gone through coaches like crazy over the past couple of years. And you had Luke Walton, who was one of the youngest coaches to become a head coach in NBA history. Frank Vogel won a bubble championship with the Lakers from 2019 to 2022. And then Darvin Ham was a coach over the last two seasons. So, there's no doubt the Lakers have had a carousel of coaches, and they're hoping the next hire could be a franchise and culture, changing guy. And Redick would no doubt have a huge task ahead of him. In terms of one of the toughest jobs to take in the NBA or just in all of sports right now, it is the Lakers for a multitude of reasons. There is a sense of, expectation there. You still got LeBron, you still got AD, you're still the Lakers, so people are going to expect you to compete for championships. But then also, the Western Conference, I think we just need to call a spade here. The Western Conference is going to be a wagon. The Thunder are going to be better. The Mavs will make some improvements. The Timberwolves will be better. You still got the Nuggets, who will be the favorites. But then you got the other teams. The Warriors are still the Warriors. They will still be a problem. Young and up-and-coming team, like the Grizzlies, with all their studs coming back. The Spurs, I promise you, the Spurs will be a playoff team next season. Wemby will be a top 10 player. That monster down there in San Antonio is growing, and it is going to come fast. Then you just even got the middle of the pack teams, like the Pelicans, like the Kings. Those are not easy outs by any sense of the imagination. And then you still got your other team in Los Angeles, the Clippers. The West will be a wagon. It will be a tough task for JJ Redick. So that's why I want to ask you guys this question. If Redick is hired as the Lakers head coach, I'm going to give him 2.5 seasons as the line I'm setting. So what would you say? Over or under 2.5 years? You guys let me know your thoughts down in the comments section. Well, let's talk about another coach that could be, potentially the head coach for the Lake Show. Not sure if he would want to take the job, but it's Monty Williams. And he was just fired by the Detroit Pistons after he signed a 5-year, $65 million deal. He was fired after one bad year. And I just got to say this. Monty, you are living the life right now. You got $20 million from the Suns. You're getting $65 million from the Detroit Pistons just to sit back, kick your feet up, and relax. I think, I always said the best job in sports was the backup quarterback position. No, I take that back. The best job is the recently fired NBA coach because you will be making some bank for not doing nothing. But Monty's resume, as it stands, he started off as a Trailblazers assistant from 2005 to 2010. Then he was actually with Anthony Davis and the New Orleans Pelicans from 2010 to 2015. Kicked it over to OKC for 1 year in 2016, then bounced to the Sixers. Then he was the head coach for the Suns for 4 seasons where he won Coach of the Year, led the Suns to an NBA championship appearance. Then he was with the Detroit Pistons this past season. And listen, if the Reddit thing falls through for whatever reason, I'll just say JJ is just I want to stay in broadcasting. I want to continue, growing my podcast and being a media member of the NBA. You could do way worse than Monty Williams. One, he would have the respect of the locker room, I think, instantly, just because Anthony Davis has that connection of him. He's very high on him, and he would just be able to tell the other guys, hey, he knows what he's talking about. We're going to go all in on Monty and kind of, head that direction. So, yes, if the JJ Redick thing does fall apart, Monty Williams is a great option as a head coach that could come in and I think lead this ball club to a decent amount of success. But, hey, once we get that news for you guys, we will have you covered with a video and breaking it down with what it means for the Lakers moving forward because, no matter what direction the Lakers going, whether it's JJ, Monty, or maybe a third option we're not thinking about, the Lakers will definitely, make some moves following that. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and lock us in as your go-to channel. Now, do the Lakers want to add a center? Because, there's been a couple reports saying that Anthony Davis wants to move back to the 4. Well, apparently the Lake Show are in the center market this offseason. This is coming in from Ian Begley, who works for SNY, saying regardless of who is coaching the Los Angeles Lakers next season, the Lakers are monitoring their offseason options at center closely per people with knowledge of the situation. the Lakers have visited with some top centers in the draft. They have the number 17 pick in the first round. The club could also obviously pursue a center in free agency. So let's take a look at some center options here. Obviously you got big dog Zach Edey, back-to-back National Player of the Year, the most kind of polarizing prospect we have in this draft. Then you got some, young and up-and-coming guys like Kel'el Ware, Yves Missi, like super athletic, rim-protecting, centers that could get downhill and, be a huge lob threat. Then you got the Filipowski build where it's like that stretch four, Kelly Olynyk, Lauri Markkanen type of player who had a great season for Duke. But, overall, finding a fit at center next to Davis is kind of tough. Like, if I had to pick one, it would probably be like that Jonas Valanciunas, Jusuf Nurkic role, guys who have gotten the best of AD in the Western Conference over the past couple of years. I would go maybe that archetype of center in comparison to like a Filipowski archetype who, no doubt Filipowski would be an interesting option. Like, he has that stretch four ability, stretch five ability, no doubt about it. And he had a great year for the Blue Devils this past season, leading them to an Elite Eight appearance, losing to NC State, though, in that round. But, 16.5 points a night, 8.3 rebounds, 50% from the field, and he has shown some three-point, shooting ability, obviously. But, in terms of draft option, I would actually choose Zach Edey out of anybody on that list. But some free agent options for the Lakers. Love this choice. Jonas Valanciunas, I think, would be a great option. Mo Wagner, I'd probably steer away from that. I don't think that's the best fit next to AD. And you got a guy like Jalen Smith who does have some shooting ability and he's got a big body. I really want to see like what his max potential is in the league. So if the Lakers kind of want a flyer there, I think Jalen Smith's your choice. But then you got the round mound of rebound and Andre Drummond, who I think would be another good choice next to AD. Would want them ideally you would want Drummond off the bench, but he can play some starting center, no doubt about it. Then also Mason Plumlee. I think Mason Plumlee is a good choice as well. But again, I would prefer that as a backup option. And it gets me to this, like the free agent big market is definitely thin. Like there's not a lot of good choices out there. So, if the Lakers, hopefully they're not drafting Bronny James at 17, I think that would be a mistake. But, maybe they hit up the draft. Maybe they go all in on Zach Edey if he's there at 17. I think that would actually be incredibly interesting just to see how that fit would work. Like the Lakers would be a massive ball club with LeBron, AD, and Edey all man in that front court. So it's going to be interesting to see what the Lakers do here. I mean, whoever the coach is, maybe that will indicate, where they want to go at that center spot. But you guys let me know. Do you want to sign or draft a center? Would you hit free agency or would you hit this list of draft prospects? Give me a D for draft or give me an S for sign down below in the comment section. And I do want to say thank you guys so much for watching today's show. Support on the channel has been pretty cool as of lately. So seriously, I do appreciate it. But make sure you guys are subscribed as always. And we'll see you guys next time. I was about to say as always again, but go Lakers.